Okay, thanks, Virg.
So good morning all. So welcome to our second part of the series in here. So today we actually got our team and also the building design team as well. We got Ron, the manager in here, and also Jane, the coordinator of building design. And we also got Kathleen and Karen. So welcome to all. Today we are going to brief you the most exciting part of the actual project, which is a collaboration project that created by Jane and I. And this is the first time you're going to meet the team, and Jane's going to explain to you the current project. So Jane, I'll let you handle that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Virgis, and hello to all the interior design students who I may or may not have seen in the hallway way back in March. So a lot's happened between now and then. So we're really looking forward. Our student group who are going to be working with you are really looking forward to meeting you and to be able to collaborate in an environment when we are so all very separate is something really good and a really worthwhile thing at the end of the day, just to have on your resume that you've been able to collaborate together with. We're calling you our interior design consultants, and we're treating you as if you are our interior design consultants. So what I'd like to do is give you an overview of our project, and I'm just going to share my screen now, so hopefully you can see that project okay. Does that look good to you guys?
Yeah,
yes.
That's fine.
Okay, so it's a little bit not happy there, is it? I might try a different way of sharing my screen, and we'll try this one so you can see all of the screen. Okay, does that look okay now?
Perfect.
Excellent. Okay, so this brief will be available through Virgis, probably through your Canvas site.
Yep.
At the conclusion of this recording. So I always think it's good to start with faces of your team. You may have seen these people wandering about in the hallways. This is David, Craig and Annika, and you have Ron and I in the room with you today. These are our teachers who look after what we call the Type B project in Q that you'll be working with our students on. They're all experienced building designers, drafters and architects. I've put my contact details in just in case you have any questions that we can help you out with during this project time. A little bit about our department. You can see here that this is what one of our standard classrooms looks like. We also do projects with industry. You can see some lovely chocolates and cakes on the table. Trust me, that doesn't happen all the time as much as we would like it to, but we're really big on using the technology that it's available to our industry. We've also done a collaboration project in the past with the carpentry team in that we got our diploma of building students out to learn about how to put up a frame in a house, which was really a great activity to do. Something that may be more familiar to you is our exhibition night, and this is what our rabble of students look like. This is from last year, and you can see, it might be familiar to you, that all of the students' work is displayed around the room. This year that's going to be very virtual, so we're looking forward to a new way of displaying our students' work for the year. I think it's important to understand what the core role is of a draftsperson, and essentially it is to develop working drawings that we can get a building permit for. And this is a student's work. You can see with the dreaded red pen over that. But essentially this is what our job is, and they need to be technically correct as well as all. So we're also big on making sure that we can communicate to our clients, not only to ensure we meet all the building code regulations, but also we've really introduced the ability to use the digital technology that it's available to us, and that is very much Revit. So the project that you'll be working on with our student, you will hear them talk about it as if it's the Burke Road or Type B project. It's 3 stories. It has a basement car park, and the ground floor it has a cafe and a grocer, and also some offices out the back. Up on the first floor we have 2 high-end apartments. It's a project that our students are at the moment working on their town planning application. So they've presented their design to industry and got some feedback on where they're at this stage. But it's a project that they've been working on since February. So it's been a long way in train, and we'll be able to see in some pictures shortly. Vergers, feel free to interrupt me if you would like to talk about the kind of advice that our interior designers would be able to assist us with the students' project.
Sure,
So
sure.
Thank you. This is Burke Road here, if any of you know the Camberwell Kew area, and this is our site here where we tell the students, there currently is a building there, but we tell our students that it is a vacant space from which to start with. But obviously they need to make considerations of the surrounding buildings and also the trams that run along Burke Road. Here's an example of a student's work. This is probably 85% grade we would give it, so that you can get a visual picture on the outside of the building. Copy of a floor plan of the basement car park, nothing exciting to see. This is the ground floor. We'd be really interested in your advice about the entrance experience. We find that that's really important, considering that you've got this very busy road here, and have the students made good use of the space that's available to put the greengrocer and also the cafe. But also, from your perspective, what's this colour scheme like as a presentation document? Have these colours that these students chosen capture the feel of the building, and also the availability and everything that you have learnt that you could give advice about any type of improvements there. Same with the first floor. This is 2 high-end apartments. Could you imagine an apartment this size with 3 bedrooms overlooking at the Kew Camberwell area? So again, the way this information is presented, in what you have learnt, do you believe that you can provide any further clarification on how the student could improve that? This is just an elevation section, sorry, to show you. Again, we're looking for your feedback on what you've learnt and how best that information can be presented, but also the layout and coordination of the spatial requirements, because I think you spend a lot more time on that than what we would. This is the front of the building. We need to consider the surrounding buildings, of course, and any other sort of streetscape. The fact that there's a lot of foot traffic along Burke Road here. Here's that entrance experience I was talking about. We want to design a building that encourages you to come into the building, and any advice you can give us on how the students have approached that is very welcome. Also the cafe, when you look at, okay, seating and so on, is it too dark? Have they made the best availability of the light and the features and set out of the cafe? Thinking about maximising profit as well, given that rents would be normally very high in a normal world. What's that is at the moment. Also, this is the interior of one of the apartments. Have they made good use of natural light? Is the set out of their renders okay? Any feedback you can give on particular the kitchen layout and space, and whether it's a good use of space for a family. This is, I think, some lovely music. I won't play all but Verge's, I promise. This is another student's approach to the project. This student, I'm showing you all of our good work, of course. This is a student who won the Best Digital Applications Assignment Award last year. So I'm not going to play all of it, but you get the idea of students' approaches to their work and how keen they are to make sure that they present their design in the best light. And one more. This is Billy's work. I couldn't help but put Billy's work up because I think he did a fabulous job with the music. But again, you can see the way he's approached this design is probably a little bit more buildable than the previous one that you just saw. That was really thinking right out there. But Billy's project, I believe, actually fitted into the site constraints a lot better. So again, the entrance experience and what your views are and your opinions about how Billy's set out his work. All right, Billy. That's it in 5 minutes flat. I could talk about it probably for hours, and the students probably could too, so I hope that's okay.
Thank you, Jane. And, you know, it's always beautiful to actually listen to, you know, other team members presenting others' work. And ladies, would you like to ask any questions? Because Kathleen, I know that you have to actually leave at 10:30, so I may just give you the opportunity first to ask.
I do have to leave. That's really great work. Amazing, amazing work. Thank you for showing us the students and what they do in the course. I've actually had not had the opportunity to see the work before, and I know that when we do the orientation or the open day, we're usually next to building design, but I must admit I really haven't seen the quality of the work, and that's really great. Thank you so much for sharing that.
So Karen, would you like to ask anything or say anything before we present our part?
No, not really. I agree with Kathleen. It was good to see what the students have been doing, so we've got a bit of an eye, you know, as to how best interior design can help. So yeah, let's move forward.
Okay, so thank you. I just uploading my one in here. So here we go. Just quickly want to show you. Hi, the building designers. My name is Verges, and along with me, we got Kathleen Esther, the Advanced Diploma Interior Design Coordinator, and also our team members, Karen Ward. First of all, I just want to let you know that this particular section recording will be actually put it into our Canvas Shells in Collaborate Ultra. I will also send you guys the link with all the information that you need. I try not to bombard you with many emails, but I will try to keep you guys weekly updates. So I can assure you that we focus a lot in our presentation-wise, so it won't make your emails boring. So this is how we're going to set up for the ATC Virtual 101 meeting hall. So you'll be given a link to actually access to today's talk show or conference, and then any important guests and information that we share, we normally use that as a platform. And let's talk about our projects. So our proposed site for interior design this year is a collaboration project that looking into the job warehouse, and is located on the 56 to 58 Bourke Street, Melbourne 3000. So this is actually a very historical building and have a lot of architectural influences and significance in there. And giving you a little bit of the general feel that is actually in the heart of the city. And then our interior design student will actually do a feasibility plan and to understand surrounding figures, factors, and how related to the sites before we actually do any of our spatial planning, then also with our development work, then towards the final end for the construction. This is a feasibility study that we're trying to pull together and submitted, and the attention will be City of Melbourne, and our client will be Salvation Army. We had a few more slides in here, but I will actually send you this whole documentation to you so you can have a good look at it. We do look at many factors, for example, like postal health and well-being, security and law, food, network and supply. And at the moment, because we are actually targeting and looking at the Salvation Army, so we also list out some of the existing help services and supporting us for these projects. This is the actual sites that we are working on. And for our interior design students, we are actually looking for the interiors. And we actually need your professional consultants' advice provided to our student to understand the construction side, whether or not, when it gone down to the building permits and if this is working or there's anything that we need to consider. The proposed sites will be highlighted in green: Shop 56, Shop 58, and Shop 60. Second level will be exactly the same. And then our students are instructed to actually fit it in to 3 proposed stages. Sorry, I mean 3 proposed space. So we are looking at space 1, putting a Salvo op shop / cafe in there. They would not be just a boring Salvo op shop, but it will be open up to 2 product lines, which is in retail and also homeware. And because we want to give the users a new experience and new identity in the current op shop, we are introducing a consignment and area that provide cafe services while the users actually having experience in op shopping. And also we got space 2, which is located in ground level, that we're looking at a 24/7 breakfast, lunch, dinner, and supper space. The actual business marketing strategy is really open up to individual designers. Our interior designers need to actually think about a marketing strategy, looking at the current situation, whether or not we implement that particular business module, and then reflect it with the spatial planning design that to make that actually work for our clients and users. And space 3, we're proposing for the first level at this stage, targeting on well-being, function, events, and exhibition. These are very general art direction given to our students. The whole main reason is we would like our interior design student to explore their identity and also to think about a good marketing strategy plan instead of giving them too much of the restrictions. We also actually come up with a thinking cycle to help you guys and help our students to actually pull this together, which is having a 4 cycle. So we have the research, which is gathering knowledge. We also got phase 2, design, yarning circles, and phase 3, documentation in dreaming, and also phase 4, our final exhibition, which is songline. So we have also implemented and get the acknowledgement from the Mundani Toronto Center team to actually use the indigenous methodologies in our teaching and learning. So you will actually come across to these particular cycles when we talk about our design. We also actually got another series of the talk show and conference with the Mundani team, and I will invite all of you guys to be part of it. We also work out a hierarchy and the project information for you guys to look at. we had the Deputy Lord Mayor, and also we had the manager from City of Melbourne, and also Major Brandon Noto from Salvation Army. We have a project team, which is in our interior design department, also the collaboration team, and also the Mundani team in there as well. We also work out a timeline here for you to look at. At this stage, we understand that we need our own time to finish our own projects and also to develop our own skill for this year. We possibly will meet at stage 2, which is Karen will be in charge to actually contact you guys and also pair up with our interior design students for this particular collaboration projects. And there will be 2 exchange in some points. We will actually provide you guys a particular checklist, or we call a survey, that both students able to fill it in to actually give our feedback and consultation. There is not really necessary to actually meet online or to face-to-face. However, it's actually under the designer's agreement and descriptions if they really want to do that. We mainly communicate only via emails. This is how we work in our industry. So the first touch point will be the first draft that we exchange along with a documents that for you to fill in. Then we will actually send it back for our own departments, and then you will have some time to develop. Before you actually reach the final stage, you will have the exchange again for the sign off. This is actually a great opportunity to open up for both departments to understand how we actually work in our industry, which is a contractor base, exchange information, exchange our knowledge and services, and also learn from each other. And also it's a great opportunity that we understand how we communicate during COVID-19 and this particular situation. I'm trying to keep this actually project briefing a little bit easy and light. So if you got any more further question, you're welcome to actually email me or Karen Watt for advice. And that's my presentation for today. Thank you very much. So now I got Jane and I got Karen in here and myself. So and also our both students who are actually feeling that. So any advice? Would you like to talk about anything, Karen?
No, not really. Just the practicalities of getting it working. Look, I think it's a unique situation for all the students. So let's hope that it is successful, because it will they'll learn a lot, and that's important.
I would like to thank you. I would like to share a little bit the funny side of the story with both designers. Interior designers, they know me really well with my character and personality, but not the actual building designers. So when I actually work in the building design, actually work in an architecture firm back in 2005 at that time. And I was working with Kathleen Esther in a small little architecture firm. Because it's such a small little architecture firm, that my role was really a junior designer, doing bread and butter things, tidy up the library, cleaning up the phone, and also bringing coffee, setting up for the meeting room. So to me, I thought, what am I actually signing on? But slowly, I understand that, when you first started, there's a lot of unexpected things that you will never learn. And the ideas actually come from when I first was putting in a team to do a town planning project. That's my background is actually in graphics and interior. Suddenly jump in and join a group in town planning, really totally open up with another door to me. And for me, this is something that I felt like that's something that I never learned from university. And then I start thinking at that time, what if when I can actually offer our students the first taste of how it will look like and prepare them, this is how it is in the beginning. Maybe they would not feel that certain awkward things when they actually work in the industry. They will turn around, we've done that before. It's not as what it is. And again, it's a great opportunity that they don't actually need to see each other face to face. So they don't need to feel that embarrassment, but to start learning, get your documentation and professional advice on the documentation. So that's how we created with Jane and come up with that. And we really hope that you enjoy this journey. This is not too much of the extra work, but if we can actually look at the time frame, possibly spend you roughly a good 30 minutes to look at the project brief, another 30 minutes really, to look at your pair up students' work, really use your professional advice, and then list out the consideration and concerns that you would like to give the advice. And then we can exchange that in the first point. Then you will have another 4 or 5 weeks, and I'll let Karen to design that. And then we'll exchange for our final draft and sign off. And the good thing is we're going to extend our gratitude to invite a building designer to join our interior design for the final exhibition with City of Melbourne and Salvation Army, and introduce our networking people to you guys. And this is all for me. So I hope you enjoy the short little introduction and presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Burgess. I'm looking forward to working on the project, and your documentation and everything is so professional. I've already learned an awful lot from you. So I'm really looking forward to working with you and Karen, and thank you very much.
Thank you all.